National Cycle Route 13 is planned to run from London to Norwich. This video follows the section from Tower Bridge to Limehouse Basin. I like it, though you do feel as if you're being allowed to cycle on a route which was designed in part for cars and in part for pedestrians. A surprising 56% of it runs beside water, and most of the route is segregated from motor vehicles. Scenic and environmental conditions are good, though a fair bit of the track is cyclist unfriendly. It goes through the area which used to be called London Docks, and looking for surviving fragments is fun. This part of Docklands was used for luxury goods, like tobacco. It would have been a good place for a ship museum. The first section, beneath the Tower Hotel, is the worst section, and a reminder that the hotel has been voted London's ugliest building, twice. Cycling on the waterfront would be much pleasanter, but obviously can't be done when it's busy with pedestrians. St Catherine's Dock takes its name from the medieval church which was destroyed to build the dock, to a design by Thomas Telford. After it closed in 1968, the dock became a commercial success for the first time and set the standard for Docklands redevelopment after 1981. The planners completely ignored cyclists. Retrofitting of the cycle network has taken place, but there's more to do. The granite sets in St Catherine's Way are a welcome reminder of the old Docklands, but rather bone-shaking for a cyclist. A smoother granite path could be installed without spoiling the street's character, and it would be better if there weren't any parked cars here. This is a pedestrian entrance to Hermitage Basin, now an enclosed water body and an amenity for luxury flats. It was once a connection between the Thames and London Docks. This is where the ladder of locks to the Western Dock used to be. They have made a ramp, but it can't have been intended for cyclists. Thank you. The pedestrian walk beside the south wall of the Western Dock is well proportioned and a great place to ride a bike on a warm day. I wish more of London's cycleway greenways were like this, but as beside the Albion Channel on the other side of the Thames, pedestrian traffic is not heavy. This place is called, very appropriately, the Ornamental Canal. It reminds us that it was planned as an aesthetic amenity, not for cyclists, not for wildlife, and not for surface water management, though recreational walkers and runners do appreciate it. We're passing Tobacco Dock now. It was converted into a shopping centre in the 1990s and might have brought more vitality to the canal. But it was too far out of the way to become the dreamed-for Covent Garden of the East End. And this is Wapping Wood, planted on the site of the filled-in Eastern Docks. I miss the water, but managing parkland as woodland is a good idea. These are the locks which connected the Eastern Dock to Shadwell Basin. Luckily, the basin was not used for landfill, so it can still be used for sailing, canoeing and fishing. The housing was designed by McCormack Jameson. No gardens, but the balconies are roofed and wide enough to seat 4 people round a table. Here you can see the wall of an old warehouse on the left. short section of Glamis Road now takes us to King Edward VII Park. The brick building is an air shaft which goes to the Rotherhithe Tunnel. It's no longer used as a pedestrian staircase to the footpath in the tunnel. This is a popular place to sit in summer, as the large number of benches indicate. The park was designed by the borough engineer and opened in 1914. It's going to have an access road for the Thames Tideway Tunnel, which will become a cycle path when the tunnel's complete. The ziggurat-style apartments on the site of the former Free Trade Wharf were built in the 1980s, with a good-sized communal garden behind the wall. The wooden wharfs on the right could have a public use. This is one of the best views of Canary Wharf, and also the point at which the Thames Path and NCN13 leave the river. The very well named Narrow Street is quiet enough for cyclists and would be even better without the parked cars. Limehouse is becoming part of central London, and sooner or later residents will need to adapt their lifestyles to not having on-street parking. Sorry. As in Wapping, the warehouses are a reminder of Docklands' 19th century character. This is the junction with Cycle Superhighway 3, which is covered in another video. If you've cycled this route, an Amazon-style assessment would be welcome on the LAA website. Comments are welcome too. Thank you.